Well, hello there. Welcome to the State of Grace podcast. We already have people here the room, in the room on YouTube. It's a community here, so I call it the room. But anyway, so I'm very excited today because today's guest proves that you can take life's curveballs, turn them into punchlines, and walk away with a standing ovation. Now, she's a comedy force who's made her mark on stage, in the writer's room, and in the hearts of audiences everywhere. From her dry bar comedy special to her work as a staff writer on Funny You Should Ask, Lisa Alvarado is here to share the laughs, the lessons, and the tea. If you've ever wondered how to turn pain into power and power into punchlines, stay with us. She is the Peruvian American comedy queen, known for her sharp wit, heartfelt storytelling, and relentless hustle, with credits that include a viral drive-by comedy special and writing for over 130 episodes of Funny You Should Ask. Lisa Alvarado has built a career on authenticity, resilience, and knowing exactly when to land the punchline. Please welcome to the virtual stage, Lisa Alvarado. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, babe.
How
Thanks for
you
having
doing?
me. Good.
Well, here they're welcoming you already. Jose is saying, I'll be the first to say, welcome, Lisa.
Hola.
I love it. And then, yay, Graciela. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, because I missed. Okay, because I said, yay, Jose. And then he said, yay, Graciela. I love when they call me Graciela instead of Grace. I love that. And here's Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for being here. And here's Jose and more Jose. So here we are. Everybody here communicates with each other. We're all a community, and we're here to learn everything about you, Lisa. I am so happy that you're here. So take us back a little bit. What was the first memory that you have of making people laugh?
Whew. That definitely has to be school and growing up with three brothers, no sisters. And, they were into sports and all kinds of stuff. So they'd pick on me all the time and they were always stronger. So I always verbally attacked them. That was the only thing I could do. I couldn't take them down. I couldn't hit back. They were stronger and faster than me. So I would just verbally roast them in front of their own friends.
Yeah, it's almost like a survival mechanism when you grow up in a family that teases a lot or like makes fun of you. You have to clap back. That's like survival. That's it. So I totally get it. So when did you know that comedy wasn't just a hobby, but more of a calling?
Before I even started, I always felt like this, like I knew I wanted to do it since I was like 9 years old. So the desire started way back then, but I didn't think I could do it because I was a single mom, and I'm like, I got to raise this kid and I'm really young. I don't know. I have to have a career. But when you have a successful career and you still feel kind of empty and like unhappy.
Yeah.
I knew, I was like, I just have to try it. I just have to get it out of my system to see if I even like it, if I'm any good, if I want to pursue it. So I think I knew before I even did it. Do you know what I mean? Does that sound like, I knew that I knew it was my dream for many, many years. So I guess I'd have to figure out a way to make a living at it, if I really wanted to be happy.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, absolutely. You have to make money, right? If not, it's a little bit tough if you don't make money. Yeah,
I know.
Because it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. We have to write and perform and you travel a lot, right?
A ton.
Yeah.
I know. I think we tried to schedule this like 4 times because
I know
constantly. Yeah.
I'm so happy that you made it.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you for making it.
Of course.
So what was your very first stand-up set like?
So I took a class that I was so scared to do it. So I took a class in Chicago Zanies.
Nice.
And you know how when you take these classes, it's like maybe 4 or 6 weeks, and then you have to graduate at the end, right? You have to do
Yes.
5 minutes. So I felt like I was one of the strongest of the comics we were all new. And that's not even saying I killed it. That's just saying I got a couple laughs, and my jokes were pretty shitty. But I felt this charge when the audience laughed, and
Yeah.
there's just nothing that duplicates it for me. So I think that night I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this.
Nice.
It's my plan.
That's amazing. And what were your biggest influences when you started out?
Do you know Dan Carlson?
Sounds
He
familiar.
used
Yes.
to run the Zanies in Rosemont. He managed for a while. And
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, like maybe almost, actually, yeah, 25, 26 years ago, he did the first Chicago Comedy Festival. And I was a hairdresser. I used to cut his hair.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, yeah. And I knew he was a stand-up comedian. So every time he came in, I'd be like, so tell me about this, or tell me about that. And he goes, why don't you just come? I had never been to a stand-up comedy show. He's like, why don't you just come? And I was like, I would love it. So I watched him. And then the first female comic I saw live was Margaret Smith. Do you remember her with the very, very dry delivery? One of my favorite jokes that she does is, how's it go? I drove my parents to the airport. They leave on Monday. Like that kind of a very dry, but
Yeah.
great punchlines, very unique. So
Yes.
when I saw her, I was like, oh, that's how you do it. So I started doing that. Can you imagine me with my energy and my voice going,
No.
then I started tanking every show.
Yeah.
And, when I would talk to headliners, they're like, why are you talking like that? That's not how you really talk. And I guess you just copy what you see. Like, I love Paula Poundstone too.
Yes.
She's just so phenomenal. I love her. To this day, I still follow her on social media, and I've seen her live a few times, and she's fantastic. So I tried to kind of be quirkier like that, and it was too much too. So like, you kind of like, oh, this is how you do it, or you deliver like Richard Pryor. Well, guess what? No one can deliver like Richard Pryor except for
Exactly.
Richard Pryor.
Exactly. We're all so unique and we're all different. And authenticity is a very important thing, I think, in stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
now I think for the past, I'd say 5 years, I'm more myself on stage than I have ever been.
Nice.
But, I'm also at 26 years now. So
Wow.
if I didn't find that by now, but now it's like, I can't imagine not being me.
Like you're more free, it feels
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Once you learn that that's actually what the audience wants, is
Yeah. They want you. Yeah.
not Seinfeld's version of you or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like they what's your hook? What's
Yeah.
your angle? What's likable about you? That I feel like is the beautiful thing about comedy is two comics can tell the same joke, same pacing, and it doesn't come off the same. The audience will
Yeah.
not react the same. And
'Cause
that's
they're
because of they're bringing themselves into that joke.
100%. And a lot of people think, being a character, this and that. I think just being you is key. You can do characters. I do lots of characters, but the characters are characters,
That's right. I've seen some of the Latino ones you do. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah. And I have Belle now.
Oh, love
Belle,
it.
she's from the South. She's
Oh,
married 5 times, divorced 5 times. Oh, she's very popular.
oh, I bet it
Yeah,
could
like
be.
the young kids. I have like teenagers and in their early 20s is like Auntie Belle, She gives
my
terrible
gosh.
advice, by the way.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to ruin Gen Z. She
Good.
will.
Burn it down.
I know. And 26 would have guessed your age at 21. I love that. I love it. All right. So I like to do a balance between comments and us talking. So You're Peruvian, and how did your Peruvian heritage shape your comedic voice? Did it have any influence on you?
Well, I wanted to try and do my act fully in Spanish, but I just wasn't confident enough
Yeah.
to not stumble. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
then, growing up, my parents were born in Peru, but they
Right.
definitely didn't want us to speak Spanish in the house. They would speak Spanish. We would have to respond in English so that they could learn
Really?
English. And also, my father didn't want us to have an accent because he didn't want us to be, people to,
Discriminated. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it really did happen to my parents at their jobs.
Of
Even my
course.
father went to college, got a computer programmer degree, and they still, when he would apply for things, he wouldn't put Jose, he would put Joe.
Yes.
He would just change his. I'm like, Dad, your ID says you're real. And he's like, yeah, you have
It
to
doesn't
Joe.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use Grace. My name is Graciela.
Yeah.
But
Big difference, right?
yeah, well, when I lived in New Orleans, they would be like, "Oh, Graciela Frela, how pretty!" You make me sound like an STD. What the hell is wrong with you? So I was like, no, I don't like how they pronounce my name, and you always
Yeah.
have to like say it a million times. So I was like, Grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I totally relate to your father. It's an immigrant thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I do understand it pretty fluently. I wish I spoke it better.
I know, right?
There's some great comics out there. There's a handful that do it in both
In
languages.
both, yeah.
And but you have to be so, you also have to know like all the different types of regions.
Yes, the
Their slang.
cultural, yes.
Like, and that's so hard to know. Like some words in Peruvian type Spanish is not the same in Mexico. So
Absolutely. Yeah, being from Argentina, I can totally relate to that. Like different countries use different words for the same thing also.
yeah.
Because this is, I use whatever name is not on the wanted poster.
Smart man.
Yes, yes. So how did your family like thought you were crazy in the beginning, or did your parents encourage your dreams?
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, my mom, at first she laughed at me when I was like, oh, I want to be a stand-up comedian. I'm going to do this, And she's like, ha ha, funny. That's hilarious. Like I was telling her a joke. And then I was like, no, Mom, I'm serious. And she's like, you have a 7-year-old child. Like, what are you thinking? You can't make money at that. You're a woman. And, that's that whole old school,
Yeah.
old world.
Yes.
A woman can't do a man's job.
Mm-hmm.
So that really kind of deflated me for a while. And I was like, well, maybe she's right. Maybe this is a stupid idea, but I took the class anyway, because I knew, and for a little while I hid it, I didn't really tell her about it. But 2 years in, I got Last Comic Standing. So
Nice.
then she was like, what TV? Yeah, this is the beginning. And so I think she kind of started to go, okay, I get it.
That's nice. Good. I'm glad she turned around on that. Yeah.
And my dad
important.
doesn't even understand it. I mean, he does, but father.
Your father doesn't?
Yeah, he doesn't really understand and he knows what it is, but he never watches it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think he saw my HBO spot, but because I sat him on the couch and I was like, you're watching this,
No.
And also I'm kind of dirty, so I don't really want my parents to see.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
right?
what I mean? Because of like, if you're talking about sex or this or that, it's like, it can be so awkward. And my son doesn't either. Like, he doesn't come to my shows or watch my comedy because I talk about him. And he also doesn't want to hear my dating stories or anything.
Yeah, of course.
Sexual. He's like, ew.
So,
yeah, he doesn't watch. I'm like, does any of my family watch my stuff? But
no, but I totally get it. Yeah, absolutely. And here Jose is asking, what year was that? So I can search your appearance on Last Comic Standing.
Oh, that was the very first season. So I think it was 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the very, very first season where Dat Fan won, and it should have been
Oh,
Ralphie May.
yes.
Yeah,
Wow, that was way back.
way back.
Time flies, doesn't it? It's
I
like it
know,
feels
I
like
know.
yesterday. So what's one thing that you wish you knew before stepping on stage that first time you did?
Wow. I guess maybe that's a really interesting question. I think I wish I knew how long it was going to take to get good
Mhm.
and be able to make a
Mhm.
living. I think that I thought, oh, it's going to be in 2 years. I can,
Right.
quit my hairdressing job. Girl, it took me at least, 15 years or so to be like quit every other job and be able to just do stand up. And as you know, if we want to make money at it, we have to leave anyway.
I know. It's a lot.
It's a
It's a
huge,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a huge commitment because you travel a lot,
a
like
lot.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's yeah, it's very intense. Was Alonzo Bowden on that too? Hmm, I think it was
No,
later,
no.
right?
Alonzo was later, and Alonzo won. I think it was season 6, maybe.
Yeah,
Alonzo
it was
won.
later. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know if there might be some clips on Lisa Alvarado comedian. That's my YouTube.
Yes.
There might be old clips there. My first comedy specials on there, and that's
Nice.
I mean, I think 15 years ago now, so it's not very good. But the now comedy special, that one's good. But you can see like 15 years ago me and then now me, and you can see the confidence, and also I'm more myself on
Yeah.
stage completely.
Rather than more jokey joke.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
totally. I
yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's so funny is when I first started, up until about maybe 10 to 15 years in, I would just stand behind the mic. And now I cannot have the mic in the stand, and I walk and I move, and it's so different. But
Really?
I feel more myself moving because I like to move toward the audience when I talk to them. You know what I mean? And so when it's in the stand, you're so, I used to think that that was more powerful. And for some people, I think it is more powerful to just be you and
Yeah.
just standing there in just one place, and those jokes got to land. But I
Yes.
do so many act outs. It was always like, take the mic out,
Yeah.
put it back in, you know,
Well, then, yeah, if you're like that, definitely. Yeah.
right. What's
Yeah.
your style? Do you keep it
I'm
in
I'm
the,
more like my face says
yeah,
it all,
yeah, no.
and my body does move, but I'm too lazy to walk around the
Do you
stage.
keep it in the stand though, or do
I
you,
keep it there, and it's because
wow.
my energy comes through my face mostly.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and so I feel like for me, it's more powerful to just focus the energy on my face.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah,
really powerful.
yeah, it is
Yep.
because my emotions, I'm very emotional
Yeah.
in my stand up, so they come. I think the emotions come through the face
Yeah.
more than the body. I think it would be a distraction in my case.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm more like that. I'm more like groom, you know.
And that's good. And that's a powerful way, but that's more you.
Yes.
Even when I talk, you can see me, I'm like doing this, and
Yeah, you
I just
move.
move. And so it felt like a little bit unnatural, but I thought, oh, this is how you do it. This is,
Yeah.
and then when I was a few times I would take the mic out. I'm sure you've done a million gigs like that don't have a mic stand. They just
I
put the
know,
mic on the
right? I
stool or whatever.
know.
So then once I started walking, I'm like, this feels better. This feels good to move a little bit. And then I got a little more animated, more myself. And
Yes.
yeah, so now it feels very unnatural to leave it in the stand and do my
That's
stuff like that.
interesting. I find it the other way around. It's so
Right, of
funny.
course.
And
Yeah.
he says, I've been in the audience with Grace. She makes the crowd get up and move around.
Yeah, it's like musical chairs. She's like, move your ass.
Definitely. I'm not lazy, but I don't know. I just feel like it's more
It's
me.
powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for myself. I
Yes.
tried the walking around and it just didn't work for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
My like desire when I do that is I'll walk around the stage and I'll pick people in the audience and deliver a joke to them. Like I talk to them, I look at their eyes. And
Yes,
so I feel like if I'm in the middle, I'm not getting the people way on the side or way on
I
that side.
see.
So I got to move around and like connect. And sometimes I move the chair to do like an act out. So yeah.
Yeah, interesting. And it's
Hmm.
funny how like different styles fit different people, right?
Yeah.
And their
Yeah.
personalities.
Hmm.
How did you, I mean, you mentioned you had a kid very early on. How did you
Hmm.
balance the early hustle of comedy with everyday responsibilities?
Oh, it was hard. It was
Right?
hard. I mean, thank goodness Chicago has a decent amount of comedy spots where,
Yes.
going to open mics and stuff, just trying your stuff out. But it would be work all day in the hair salon, uh,
Yeah.
go home, feed my kid, try and feed myself, and then drop him off at my mom's and see, and I wouldn't do that too often because if it's a school night, I'm not going to get a baby. Like I need to put him to bed early and all that.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes when he was around 8, I think that's when I took him to his first, like I really wanted this set and no one could watch him. And it was an audition. And I brought him, put him in the green room with the other comics. I'm like, do not curse at him. And I went on stage and I would just do my thing. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the
That,
other comics would, just hang out with him. He was an easy kid. I gave his little Game Boy and he would sit back there.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Was there a defining moment that made you feel like I really belong in this business besides that time that you told us about when you did stand up?
Hmm. I think I think I had done a couple shows. So Last Comic Standing, which is where I learned so much about the industry. So I'm like, oh, I
Yes.
must have something if I'm only 2 years in and they already want to put me in the house on this show.
Yes.
Based on my little 20 minutes that I have of material, I must have something.
Yes.
So that was one like nudge. And then I did another show, the Funniest Moms show.
Yes, I
And
remember.
yeah, and that one I was first runner up out of like, I don't know, there was 25 that got eliminated all the way to first place, and but they auditioned tons of women, and
Yeah.
one to make it, and then two to be first runner up.
Wow, that's
That was
incredible.
based on jokes because it's all women, and there's
Yes.
looking women, there's all kinds of, So I was like, okay, and that was, I think I was 7 years into comedy when that happened, and hearing it from like Carol Leifer and like um, Mario Cantone's like, you're amazing. Like just all these people that were in the business are like, you have it. Just keep
Nice.
going. You got it.
That's very reassuring.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and, and then, I think it's just the basic desire too. I was laughing because I'm like, yeah, I got all those TV shows. And then now it's like cricket.
Well, the
I mean, I'm on the
industry's
road a
been
lot, but it's
the
so
industry's been
hilarious.
kind of quiet, Lisa. It's been super quiet.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the industry. I'm so glad you're doing this podcast and having your own shows and your own characters that you do and all the filming you stuff, because we don't have to go to HBO or Netflix or
Not
whatever anymore.
anymore.
Yeah. Like those people come to us for content now. But
100%. And it's a community. It's like
yeah,
they feel part of the community. Like I was telling you, with Belle, is the kids. I didn't even know. I started doing lives with Belle, and she attracts the kids because it's like Grandma Belle, like Auntie
yeah.
Belle.
Wow.
And they feel like they can tell me anything. And that's a great thing. I love that. I have to be
Yeah.
watch my mouth.
I know that's the tough part.
Yeah, I know. When I realized, because I asked the kids, how old are you? They're like 14 or 16. I'm like, what the hell?
Wow.
No. So I'm like, oh my God. I started changing like the topics and everything because I'm like, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Be careful. Oh, betrayed by sins. Hi, honey. How are you? Good to see you. The emojis don't show here. It's just on Restream, this app that I have. They just go person turquoise waving. Okay, so he's waving. All right. I love Betrayed by Sansa. And Jose, you can start Lisa Vision. There you go. Instead of Univision.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, that's the beauty of nowadays. You can just create your own stuff and don't have to wait on the industry, which is kind of biased. You know, the industry is very biased.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. It is what it is.
You could send them content, and like even when my most recent special,
yes,
almost got on Netflix, like they considered it, they had it for a while, but if I would have given them the special and said, I have 10 million followers on Instagram, they would have been like, okay, we're going to buy it based on that.
Yes.
And so that's the sad thing about now, is that there's so much shit. You know what I mean? It's like, the other thing happened is like, it's social media is like, so, it's just overdone. Is that the right word? But people don't subscribe anymore.
No, they don't actually. They don't subscribe. It just consume content.
Video, you're gonna pop up anyway.
Yeah.
So why do I need to? It already knows me. It knows what I like to see. It's going to show me these things.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, what am I going to do? Because my Instagram got hacked.
I know. Same with my Facebook and my Instagram. I had 50,000 on Instagram. Yes, and because they were connected, somebody hacked my Facebook and my Instagram was like, you broke the community rules because they put some. Yeah. And I was like, what did I didn't do anything. They hacked it.
Yeah.
I know. It's so annoying. So annoying.
Nobody follows. They might watch your videos.
But they don't follow. Yeah.
They don't follow anymore because they don't have to. And I get it.
Well, YouTube is based on watch hours and engagement. Views. And so it's not about the views as much, because you can have, it is a little bit, but you can have a lot of views on one video, but the engagement is not high. So they're looking for that. So it changes. And YouTube changes every 6 months. You know, everything changes every 6 months.
I know.
So here Jose is asking, so your special is done and ready to watch. I hope it surfaces somewhere.
Services? You mean like
surfaces? Yeah, it's right there. You see the
it's on I put it on YouTube, and I also sell it when I'm on the road because YouTube has commercials in it. Unfiltered. There's ways on my website to purchase it. Yeah.
Okay.
And the great thing about being able to put it out yourself is I didn't have to edit any of the jokes out that they didn't like.
Nice.
You get to do however you do
you want it. Yeah.
And they either want it or they don't. And usually when they say yes, they're buying your followers. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like my fans can go to YouTube and watch it for free. And
or buy it on your website, lisalvarado.com. So if they want to support you, and they can buy it there. So guys, go ahead and go to her website and buy her comedy special. She's hilarious. I've toured with you once. You invited me to tour with you, and I had a blast. You're incredible. You're caring. You're professional. And I really, really enjoyed my time there. It was right after my cancer treatment. So like a year after. And so it was just, it meant the world to me. So thank you again for doing that.
Of course. I mean, I asked you for a reason, because you're awesome. And here's the other thing. Not only are you funny and a kind person,
thank you.
You're not like a diva to work with on the road. You know, you're just like, oh, I got this. I'll get my own lunch or whatever. You were just so self-sufficient. I was like, you know how sometimes when you work with a comic, they're more drama.
Oh my, I can't deal with that.
Or they show up to the gig drunk or late.
No.
And that's on you, you know, because you recommended them. Yeah.
I know. I was having a hard time parking because it was packed.
Yeah.
I almost prostituted myself for a spot. Like I was ready to do whatever. I know, I'm like, I gotta get there.
You're such a pro. I didn't have to worry at all with you. And you did well, and you had fun. And you were fun to hang out with. So
it was so much fun. And Sarah was there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So here Sarah says it's saturated with so much. Yes, it is. The social medias, you know, the platforms, they are. But you know what? paywalls like OnlyFans, Patreon, having your own online shop, that has worked really well for me because if people like you and want your merch or want your content, they will actually subscribe to you
That's
and pay
awesome.
for it. So that's the new model. It might change in a year. I don't know.
No kidding.
I know. And here Sarah says stupid algorithms. Well, I know, and they keep changing and they test, sometimes one video does great and some another video that's kind of like the same does terrible.
Exactly.
Like all of a sudden I do a show on Plausible, which is an online comedy club, and I would love for you to do it if
Okay.
you have a night off on a Friday night, because I know you're super busy.
Yeah.
And it got so far like 600 views, like 70 watch hours, which means people are really watching the whole thing.
Wow. That's
And
great.
I've posted a million of them and they gotten, 100, 200, but this one is blowing up and I don't know what the difference is. It's
Wow.
just,
Yeah.
it's a mystery.
It's crazy. Like it used to be that like hashtags were a big deal, and now they're like it doesn't even matter with a hashtag, and there's just who do you tag? It's just overwhelming, and I'm not good with tech stuff at all.
Oh, I'm kind of like a nerd if you ever need help.
Really? That's
Yes,
so good
I am
because
a nerd. I do everything myself, all of it.
wow,
I have like 700 and something videos, all of it myself.
that's amazing.
It's crazy. I'm insane.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
a lot of work.
it's yeah, a lot of sit down work. I got to exercise more. You guys were hilarious. Thank you. Thank you. You were so supportive, Sarah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And yes, it was definitely a blast. It was hot though in Arizona. Whew,
Hot.
that was
Very hot.
hot.
I know. I told them next year I'm not going in summer. I'm not going.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
No, it was beautiful. I went to Sedona afterwards and I loved it. So beautiful.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Jose is going to check out your website. And here, Carmela. Hi, Carmela. Thank you for joining us. She's saying it's a great special. Of course, it's Lisa
Oh,
Alvarado. Hello,
thank you.
right? Let's see. Jose is saying, Grace, how does it sound only ha-has instead of only fans? You can open it together.
I know.
I know, right? That sounds good, actually. Only ha-has.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it would get traction because people know the OnlyFans thing. And
Or only tatas.
yeah, I know. Yeah, that too, right? So let me see. I wanted to ask you, uh, what was your toughest? We're going to start into the challenges and resilience area now. What was the toughest room you ever performed in, and how did you handle it?
Oh gosh. I mean, so many come up in mind. You know what I mean? Like there's so when you're
Yes,
especially when you're starting and you're not that strong, it could be any room really with a mean audience or a drunk person or I know that there was a couple that I'll never forget. One of them was I was doing a show at a bowling alley.
oh
Not
my
even kidding you.
God.
So the bowling alley that part was in the front. There was a middle bar where people were sitting all the way around. And then on the other side of the bar was the stage. And it was packed for comedy night. And I think I was maybe a year into comedy. And that one was brutal because even if you weren't getting a laugh or you were, you could hear like you could hear the bowling the whole time. And I was doing my little jokes and it just wasn't landing. I
Of
wasn't
course,
doing
it's too
it was
messy.
yeah, and I was so scared and insecure. And this guy got a phone call in the front row and
Oh
took
no,
it.
no.
So I've always had an improv background. So I was like, who is that? Give me the phone. And he gave me the phone and it was his girlfriend. So I, roasted. I'm like, well, who are you? Because he's here with me and blah, blah, blah. And then the audience was dying laughing,
Yeah, of course, they
whatever.
loved it.
Then I finally gave him the phone back and I couldn't follow what I had just done.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like when you go from
yes.
your set to improv and then you connect and you crush. Well, my jokes weren't that good yet. were like mediocre. I didn't know
Yeah,
what
they
I
were
was doing.
jokey jokes.
So
Yeah.
I couldn't follow myself. I was like, it just started tanking so hard that I was like, I got to get off stage. I just got off stage. I was like,
Oh
I'm
no.
so sorry. I took a shit on the stage for the next comic. That was one of them. And it was like a no-win situation.
Yeah, I hear you.
And one time I was at Zany's, one time a girl threw gum at me while I was on stage. She was heckling me the whole show.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, horrible. I wasn't headlining and I wasn't confident enough at that time to,
Yeah.
I mean, I cut her down and whatever, but I think now if she had done that, it'd be a totally different story. I would have responded so much stronger than I did because I kind of let her get away with it.
Yeah.
Because I roasted her, but like I was too scared to go further. So yeah, those are two times. And then there's multiple instances that sucked with just being on the road with a man, like
Oh,
opening up for a
really?
guy and all the just sexual bullshit.
Harassment. Oh,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
right?
just the harassment. Then
Yeah.
looking at you like you're a woman, you'll never be as funny as me. Like, you know, things like that. I'm sure you
Boring.
yeah. And then, you know, a lot of them, they're married, they're still trying to cheat. It's
Oh,
just
they don't
so gross.
care. I
They don't
remember
care.
I went a long time ago to it was north of Nevada of Las Vegas. I can't remember what the name of the city was, and I was featuring, and the headliner, I literally saw him like hunting women.
Yeah.
Like he was it was like a party afterwards, like a club or something next to it. You know how it is in
Yeah.
casinos. I have a vague memory of it. But he was hunting, and I was like, wow, that this is what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. And some headliners would make the feature go find women for them.
No,
Yeah.
like a pimp.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, you want to come out on the road with me? Go do my shit. Go get me booze. Go, you know, it wasn't even about the comedy. It was just like, who's the biggest sucker, you know? Yeah.
Oh my God. It's such, yeah, men have a whole different vibe than women.
Right. Right.
Whenever
When
I've
I've
been on the
opened up for
road,
women, it's fantastic.
oh, it's great. When
Yeah.
I've been on the road, I used to travel with a group of women way back again. You know, I went on the road with you because you're a woman and I love you. And, you know, it's way more fun, safe, no drama, you know, like if
Yeah.
depends on the woman, but like it's a different kind of drama. It's not the, oh my God, they're hitting on me
Yeah.
or they want to do something or whatever. It's the older I get, the happier I am because getting
That's
hit on
great.
less. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Well,
it's like, yeah, I don't even care about the male gaze anymore. I don't care.
especially, I bet you got hit on a lot with your blonde hair, right?
Oh, with the blonde hair, yes. With the black hair, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think black or brunettes, it's just a strong color.
I
And
know.
blonde reflects light and it's just so it's like piercingly bright that it attracts the eye right away.
I think so. Yeah, and I have like hazel green eyes too, so it's like
Yeah.
I love my black hair way better than the blonde.
Yeah. I like it too.
I like it better. I feel
Yeah.
more me.
Hmm.
The blonde was kind of like, I don't know. Mm, eh, kind of me. So here Sarah is, oh, yep. And that's right, you bet. OMG, yes, betrayed by sins. OMG, you're right. You are right. I love betrayed by sins. Sarah, yep, pretty much, girl. So yeah, as a woman, definitely travel with other women for sure. So you know, we all have bad sets that we're talking about. So how do you bounce back after a bad set? What do you do? Do you talk to yourself? I used to
Oh
cry
yeah.
in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vent sometimes with the other comic that I was performing with,
Nice.
and or I figure out what I did wrong, or if it was my delivery, or I was tired, or and sometimes I know comics say don't ever blame the audience, but there are shitty audiences.
Yeah.
There are audiences that are really drunk and rude. There are audiences that don't like you just because you are Latino. There are audiences
Right.
that don't like you because
Yes.
you allude to being one party or another with politics. you never know. You
Yeah.
never know why they will or won't like you sometimes. With those instances, I give myself a little bit of a break,
Yeah.
but I still, my go-to is to try and fix whatever I think I could have improved and then get on stage as fast as I can. I need to get into another show to wash that horrible feeling off of me of like humiliation and
I
hurt.
know, right?
You feel like such a loser.
No, it's horrible. It really, and it
Yeah.
takes years for that not to affect you.
Right.
Your self-esteem or what you think of yourself as a performer. It really takes years to
Yeah. And
acquire
I
that.
keep letting myself know I'm going to continue to fail, and that's the only way I get better. So
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
let myself, like, it doesn't work 100%, but you kind of mind talk yourself of like, okay, so I messed up those jokes or I did this, but okay, the next one I'm going to be more intentional.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I'm not going to be for every audience. That's what I tell myself in my head a lot.
Yes.
I'm not going to be for every audience. So if some people don't like me, it's really not something I did wrong. I'm
Yeah.
just not their style.
Yeah. It's like dating. It's the
Exactly.
same thing. It's like going
Yeah.
on a blind date. Sometimes you hit it off. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, this is not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like music. It's like any art,
Yeah.
like I like country music, but there's tons of people that love it. I
Yes.
don't get it. I don't see it, but it doesn't mean that some country music is not amazing and they feeds that person,
100%. And
so.
here Jose saying, get back on that bicycle, so to speak, attend to the wounds later. Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah, actually, can you see that right there? That's my bicycle. That's hilarious. I'm in my office and it's a mess, but my bike, my indoor bike is right there.
That is hilarious.
I know. So I was like, oh, he saw my bike? He's getting on the
That's
bike.
so funny. So let me ask you, have you ever doubted your path in comedy? Like you were like, I should not have started, or I should do something else.
I think there's a couple times. Once when I was first starting out,
Yeah.
I got heckled so bad I started crying.
Oh, on a stage?
I was only 3 months. I know. As soon as I left the stage, I started bawling because
Oh,
I was humiliated. I
yeah.
felt stupid. This guy was just so mean, so
Ugh,
mean to me.
yuck.
And I'm hosting, and you know that when you host, you have to keep going back on stage.
Yes, I know. You can't just. I
So
know.
I was like, my face is all like puffed out. Makeup all
No.
over, and I still have to go back up on stage and bring the other comedian up. But that ended up working out because my comedy teacher was actually happened to be in the room because it was my first time hosting. And I was like, if this is what it's like, I'm going to quit. This is horrible. It's so big. These people suck. They're so mean. And he was like, I'm so glad that happened to you so soon because you're going to have a lot of painful days.
Yeah.
So are you doing it for the fame, or are you doing it because you love it, because you have to?
Yeah.
Is it your dream, or are you trying to get famous? If you're trying to get famous, you're going to have a lot more nights like this.
Yeah.
And he's like, so it's up to you. You can quit, or do you love it? And that night I went home and I wrote like 2 or 3 pages of heckler material, like how to respond when somebody says something
Smart.
to you. And I would write all these like mean comments. And I'm like, I got one. And I just would write the response. So I felt like I had 3 or 4 in my pocket, and that helped.
Good. So it's almost like we learned something I learned more from the bad sets than the good sets. Yeah. The good sets are just kind of like, all right, I've been working hard and it's working. All right, good. And the bad sets is like, what do I have to work on? And that's what you did.
Yeah. It was, they're painful lessons, but it is true. Anything that we do, say we want to run a marathon, you're going to be in so much pain training for that. And even during the marathon, but what's the goal? You want to finish, or you want to have that feeling of that experience. Yeah, there's a lot of pain. A lot of pain.
100%. Yes. So how do you navigate, or did you navigate being a Latina in a predominantly male industry, white male industry, I would say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it played that much of a role because I don't think everybody looks at me and goes, she's Latina. I think they go, she's Italian. She's
Oh,
European.
okay. They're more
So I
accepting of
can,
that, I
yeah,
think.
I can
Yeah.
kind of fly under the radar, the gringa radar a little bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it wasn't that. It was more so for me, them not viewing me as a pro. They're like, oh, she's pretty, so she's not going to be funny. Or
Oh, yeah,
she's
right?
she's never going to headline. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's
Yeah.
just one of these pretty girls that wants to be famous. And I was like, no, I'll throw a baseball cap on. I love comedy, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about this industry. Grace, we can do this forever. It's comedy.
Right. Oh,
It's
yeah.
comedy.
And it's fun.
It's almost better if you look really bad. You know what I mean? Doing comedy. So like I can do this till I'm 80. There's no
Yeah.
cap. There's no cap on
There's
it.
no cap. Absolutely.
Right.
So yeah, so like for the characters, it's so funny because my friend Stephanie, I do the tias with her, right?
Yeah.
And so she always, I look like a clown. I don't know why my characters look like clowns. I do horrible makeup for my characters on
Yeah.
purpose.
I love
So
it.
we actually, Wednesday was my birthday, and her and another comedian took me out for dinner. And she looks at me, she's like, you look gorgeous. I'm like, because I don't look like a clown. Because I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
look like it's like,
Yeah.
I personally try to look as simple as possible, and for my characters, apparently they're very clowny. But I think it's funny.
I love it. Yeah.
I love it. Like Consuelo thinks she's a makeup artist, and she's horrible at the makeup, and so yeah, she does makeup on Marisa, and Marisa is like, yeah, she put the fake eyelashes on me, I can't see from my left eye. Like, yeah, they're
Exactly.
gorgeous, aren't they? So but anyway, so here Jose saying, for a small fee, I'll sit way in the back and heckle the heckler for you.
Oh, love that. Oh my gosh. I'm great at handling them now.
Yes.
I'm kind of getting to the point where don't you feel like with the way social media is and like people like Matt Rife coming out, audiences want to be a part of the show now, and they think that
Yes.
they're helping you by heckling.
No,
They're like, oh,
they
we're
don't.
going to give them a viral video where we'll be on TikTok. I want to be part of the show. Isn't this
Oh
what
my
you're supposed to
god,
do? And it's happening more than ever now.
are you serious?
But yeah, I usually make an example, like really make an example out of one person, and it quiets everybody down.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh damn.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
look
you
like,
can't
I don't
mess
want
with her,
that to
she's a
happen.
gangster. Yeah, good,
Exactly. So
good.
then they get quiet.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, I had to post this. You're naturally beautiful, Grace. Thank you.
aw.
Thank you. Thank you. You should see me without makeup, but that's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Um, so what is one challenge that you faced in comedy that people don't talk about enough?
um, Sexism with the
Mm.
bookings
Oh, yeah, right.
really, really kills me. Like it's
Yeah.
still happening to me. I'm 26 years in. It's still happening.
What do they
Like,
tell you? Like,
I mean, I go to clubs like, the high end clubs like Brad Garrett's or whatever.
yeah.
And I'm a woman, so I need to still host, even though I've been headlining for years.
What?
Or they'll have me host and have a guy come up after me and not have him host that's been doing comedy for 7 to 10 years. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like that's happened to me multiple times that I'm opening for someone less experienced and less strong than me. Like I put in my dues. And
Wow.
the bookings from, if you look, like I really wanted to create a documentary where I went around to clubs and just looked at their lineup for the headliners for the year. And it's such a low number. And most of those women are either have a Netflix special right now, or like they're on TV, not the guys.
Oh, the
Guys
guys,
are
they
like
could be,
guys we know. You
yeah,
know what I
they could be
mean?
shitty and still, I
Yes.
know. And they
Yeah.
think they're not. They think they're amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And some men comedians are fantastic.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm saying
it's
the ones that
just
think
the
they're amazing and they're not. Yeah, of course, there's
yes.
a lot of amazing men and women, period.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. But the bookings, and then for club owners to say things like, well, women just don't really sell out clubs like men do.
Somebody told me that one time. Yep.
Yep. I've heard that
It's in
numerous
writing,
times.
actually. Yeah.
Or they'll book you to headline for a weekend and they'll pay you less than a man. So now it's gotten to the point where I know the other comics on the lineups for other months. I'll look at the website and I'll be like, oh, I know this person. And I'm just going to send Ty Barnett a message going, hey, buddy, did you get paid this? Or is this what they're offering me is too low? And some of the great guy comics who are like your brothers, they will tell you, they'll tell you the truth, and they'll be like, oh yeah, don't take that shit from them, you know?
Wow.
And so I've saved myself by doing that, by calling other comics I see in their lineup to find out what the real pay is.
Yeah. Good for you. Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've turned down military tours and all kinds of stuff when they've,
Because they were lowballing
because
you.
they were, ripping me off. So I'm like, yeah,
Jesus.
I'm not doing that.
And here Jose is asking, curious, are there any clubs that are owned by women? Well, Flappers Comedy Club is owned by a woman.
Right.
Any
There,
other ones?
I'm not. Well, Comedy Cafe in Milwaukee used to be, well, kind of booked. There's a lot of female bookers, not as many owners. There's more
Owners, okay.
bookers that are female. And you would think that they would support the women more. It's usually the opposite.
Really?
Yeah. Women book men. They will book some women that they're friends with. Yeah. Not all of them are like that, but I would say
A lot, yeah.
70% of female bookers book more men. And I think they do that because they're afraid, as women working and booking, that if they don't do a good job or get a draw, they're going to lose their job. So it's like a woman thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. It makes sense, but
Yeah.
it's sad.
Yeah. It is sad because all women should fight for one another. But that
Yes.
we're idiots. We compete like crazy.
Well, because the patriarchy has us do that.
Yeah.
So they keep us down.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm preaching. I don't care anymore. I survived stage 3 breast cancer.
Yes.
I
Good.
don't
Do it.
care. So has there been a time when comedy actually saved your mental health?
Oh, every time I go up, honestly, every single time I go up, especially now because I'm dealing with my parents having pretty severe health issues. And, you know, my dad's 87, my mom's going to be 90 this year. And there's so much stress involved with watching your parents
Yes, deteriorate, right? Their health,
It's just heartbreak. And there's nothing you can do. There's
No.
nothing. You just got to try and make them comfortable. So the stress of that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go out on the road, not only are they laughing, but I'm like, oh gosh, okay, let's just tell a dick joke. Do you know how many doctor's offices I've been to in the past week? Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's just laugh, everybody. Let's just be stupid. So it feeds the audience, but it also really does so much for me.
Absolutely.
It's the best.
Laughter is the best. It really is.
Is such a great coping mechanism.
Yes, and we need it nowadays more than ever.
Yes.
We're not going to touch on that subject. I
Yeah.
survived a fascist military dictatorship. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
So here, yes, Carmela, down with the patriarchy, the system. Oh, absolutely, down with it. We need to support each other. That's why I'm telling you, I have a show called Love Gone Funny, and I've booked it for literally like 10 years now. And I only book women, maybe the token guy here and there, you know, but I only book women because I want to support my sisters in comedy.
Yep.
And I used to do live shows. Now I do the plausible show, which is a lot of fun. I would love for you to do it. You can try new
Yeah,
material. You
yeah.
can do a half hour if you want. I don't care.
Oh,
Just it's a
awesome.
lot of fun. So here's okay. I don't know. Is that, oh, that's that finger. That was the other finger. Okay. Mandando mucha energía, Lisa. Yo sé el dolor, compadres, en esa edad. Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
That is so sweet. Thank you, Jose.
Oh,
Jose is a sweetheart.
nice.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, this is good. What's a personal struggle that you were able to turn into material?
Oh my gosh, so many things. Um, my dad being an alcoholic, that's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, now that I can laugh at it and make other people laugh, that
Yeah.
has, you know, breast cancer. Not that I had breast cancer, but I did have a scare,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lump. And so I started writing about that.
Yes.
So much of my comedy comes from pain, all my dating stuff,
Oh,
because
that's painful
it
AF,
is.
isn't
It's
it?
painful. It's crazy. So that divorce, like all of my painful things,
Yeah.
those are all in my set, like really painful things.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting to write about my parents being elderly because everybody
Smart.
goes through that phase of like where they're going to lose their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's younger and sometimes it's older. And how do we navigate that feeling? I'm trying to figure out the right way to make it funny. I haven't figured it out
Mm-hmm.
quite yet, but I'm already writing on, and that's because it's painful for me.
Absolutely. Oh, of course it's painful. Well, maybe wait a little bit.
Yeah,
Sometimes we gotta wait.
I
And
know.
speaking of waiting, I'm gonna do a little video break from my thestateofgraceshop.com. So I want to show the audience what I have there, and we'll be right back. And here Jose is saying, Lisa, hold up a card saying your website.
Mm.
I put it down there at the after her name. It's lisalvarado.com.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
super easy to
Very
remember, right?
easy. Yep.
There you go.
All
Um,
A's.
so, okay, let's talk about breaking into bigger stages. Okay, like how did you land your dry bar comedy special?
Um, that was my manager that
Mm-hmm.
got that, and he also was the one that got me that HBO spot that I did. So having management helps, but
Yeah,
also when you're in LA and you're at the Improv or when you're at the Ice House and they're doing showcases or you hear about them, being here in the clubs out here, I think helps so much
yeah,
because a comic might be like, oh, they're looking for Latinos or they're looking for blah, blah, blah. And, they'll share with you, but also you'll run into the booker or the manager and they'll be like, hey, we're having a showcase for whatever. So it's helpful to be here. But now that I'm not here as much, it's tough.
that's right, because you're traveling so
Tough because
much.
I'm gone so much that I miss a lot of auditions.
I bet.
Yeah.
You're not missing a lot, let me tell you. I have a manager, she sends me to a lot of auditions, and for the last few months, I used to do a lot of, like, SAG-AFTRA auditions. I
Yeah.
did one finally the other day.
Good.
And it's like in 2 hours you have to turn it in. And me sweating in the middle of this heat, putting my curtains up and everything
Yeah.
and trying to shoot
Oh,
it. Yeah, I know. And it's a great show. I love the show, but it's one, in months. I used to do
yeah.
like a lot more.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's very slow. So you're not missing a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
but not
worry.
having any opportunities. Like my commercial agent dropped me, my print agent, I left them because I'm just never around. So,
Ah,
so like people want you to be here. They need you to be
yeah,
in town, you know.
yeah,
So, but I'm like, yeah, but stay in town for a month for maybe an audition or
exactly.
maybe a callback when I can make guaranteed money doing what I love. So I've
Yeah,
kind of let that part of it go.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
one or the other. You got to stay in
absolutely.
town
Yeah,
and do a shitty job you probably don't like because
yeah.
you don't make money in comedy in
Not in
LA.
LA.
Um, so it's like stay here, do something I don't like just
Yeah,
so I can audition, or just do what I love
yeah.
and
I
enjoy
think you
it.
made the right choice, to be
Yeah,
honest. And like I said, you're not missing a lot anyway.
yeah.
Um, so, uh, um, what was the taping process like for Dry Bar Comedy? I hear they're very nice.
Uh,
No?
I,
Oops.
I think that Dry Bar was probably my least favorite special I've ever done. Um, I probably the biggest reason is because I don't like restrictions on comedy. And I should just know
Ah,
myself well enough to have said no. But my manager really wanted me to do it because he's like, if you have one thing that goes viral, it could really, push your career forward. Look what it did for Leanne. I mean,
I know. Isn't that
it's
crazy?
insane. But she
Yeah.
did it a long time ago and she cut that
In
up a long time ago when it mattered. Now,
2019. Yeah. 2019.
right. And
Yeah.
so I felt like um, I don't want to be filtered unless you're paying me a lot of money.
Yeah. I hear
I'm
you.
talking like 15, 30-minute HBO set, but like
Totally.
real money. Like Dry
Yes.
Bar, you don't make anything. Some comics do, but it takes years because you have to pay that back, the taping fee,
Oh,
and a lot of
wow.
money. And
Oh
then
my
you only
God.
get
I didn't know that.
I think
Ooh.
it's 50% after they collect what they paid for the special. And then, so the views after that, you get a certain amount of pennies, basically. It does add up if you have millions of views. Some comics have done really well with it,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like it's done anything for my career. If
Yeah.
anything, it was a more mediocre set. Like, it's not just because it's clean, it doesn't mean it's great. Because I
Yeah,
was
exactly.
stifled.
100%.
They were like, don't talk about this. Don't talk about divorce. Don't talk about blah, blah, blah. And then
Don't
I
talk
didn't,
about divorce?
yeah,
What?
yeah,
I would
I
not
know.
have I would not be able to do anything.
Yeah, like I'm not swearing, but they still, also the audience in Utah is very Mormon, but I didn't expect this. I didn't expect the women to be afraid to laugh. And I do a lot of female empowerment material. And so I would be like, right, ladies? And they would just
Oh, they were
sit like
scared to
this.
agree.
Yes.
Oh
And their
my
husbands, if they look at
God.
them, they're like very, like the woman is subservient. And so I would see the guys be like, oh, yeah, you think she's going to say something? And so it threw my whole set because one, I couldn't do what I normally do. And I curse sometimes. I talk about whatever
Yeah.
I want to talk about. But then don't talk about this, don't talk about that. And the women are not going to support you. The women are not going to support you.
Oh my God.
And the guys won't laugh if you do any women empowering material. If you talk about how great they are, they'll give you some response. But so for me, it wasn't a good experience. I think for other comics, there has been amazing, like, was it Brad Upton that has like millions of views? Tons. Kieran Rontowski has done
Oh, I know
amazing on it.
Karen's done really well with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dwayne Perkins has, I think, 2 or 3 of them now. Like, there's some comics that did really well with it.
Mm-hmm.
And for them, I'm happy. It just
Yeah.
wasn't like the right fit
It's
for
not your
me.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Some
would
things,
never do it again.
yeah, some things are not aligned with us as well as other things. So
Right.
that's
And I
just
also don't
life.
like giving up, 30 minutes of material for basically for free.
No,
You know?
no, yeah, no,
And
I'm
then
with
they
you.
get all the profit. I will never do that again.
No.
No. That's
Bye.
why I make my own specials now,
Yeah, good for
because
you.
I'll spend the money,
Yes.
but you're not
But
going to
it's
tell me how to
yours. You
edit
own
it.
it.
You're not going to tell me what jokes I can and can't say. You're not even going to
Exactly.
tell me how long it is. If I want to do a half hour, I'll do a half hour. I'll do 45. I'll do an hour and a half. You do not dictate. So I love that creative. That's what you do. Everything is your style, the way that you want to do it. Can you imagine
Yeah.
if someone said, you have to have it this time, you can't say these words, don't ask these questions, then it's not fun.
No, it's not fun at all. Yeah. And when I tried to pitch stuff, you know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It has to be what they want. And I had great people behind it and pitched like 20 something studios and networks and stuff. And it's just, yeah, I'm like you. It's like, I'm just going to do my own thing. And it's
Yes.
almost like my YouTube channel, it's almost like becoming like a TV network because I have like different
Great.
topics. And
Yeah.
eventually I am actually thinking about doing something like Uscreen, which is like your own Netflix. So, and then
Awesome.
they distribute it in Apple TV and Roku and all kinds of places. So yeah, I'm all for that. I'm done with this BS. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like it's just not worth it for me, at least. For other
Right.
people,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, that's okay. Time for wet bar. Water slide wet. Yes, you are right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you're able to figure out the book that is on the top right shelf on the far right behind Lisa, I applaud you.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't see anything.
I'll get on the
So,
bike and I'll read some books.
well, let's go to some Hollywood tea now because you worked on Funny You Should Ask. So I'm sure you've been around a lot of celebrities and um, comedians and all kinds of people. And first of all, let me ask you, how did you get hired as a staff writer on Funny You Should Ask?
So I had done Comics Unleashed and a comedy dating show that Byron did. And
Nice.
I did like 2 or 3 shows. So I knew the producer and he asked me to submit a writing packet. So it wasn't a guaranteed in, but
Yeah.
I gave it my best shot and like really, took a long time to write these
Yeah.
jokes and
Yeah.
I guess they liked them. So
Amazing.
yeah.
That's great. And you did 130 episodes, right?
Yeah, more like 150 or 60. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So what's
Mhm.
a day like in the writer's room like? And funny you should ask.
Um, the cool thing, it was all our peers, like Jody Miller and
Oh, yeah, I love Jody.
Ben Morrison, Greg Warren, I'm sorry, Greg Wilson. I mean, there was just so many, Sean Polofsky, like just a ton of cool people. So it was like writing, and then you would get in these small pitch sessions, and
Hmm.
there would be like one supervisor sort of in each room, and they would
Yes.
go, yes, approved, no, this one needs work. So you would write, at first we had to do 50 jokes in a day, which
Wow.
doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're researching, you
It's
had
a
to research
lot.
it because it was a kind of like a true and false sort of thing. It was a game show. So you had to do factual jokes. So like, elephants, um, or like something like giraffes have the longest vocal cords. It's false. They don't. So yeah, I would write a joke about that, but you had to research the fact.
Hmm.
So it was not just writing jokes. It was a lot of research involved. So 50, like it was so hard to get 50 quality.
Jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they realized that all they were getting was shit because we would write under pressure and you would just write the first punchline that came to your head. So
Yes.
they cut it in half and the quality went through the roof. So then we had to
Yeah.
do 25 a day.
Much
Um,
smarter.
Yeah. And the other
Yeah.
thing I started doing was adding 2 or 3 or even 4 punchline alternatives. So if one doesn't work, at least the whole thing isn't thrown away. You know what I mean? They'll look at 2 or 3, and then sometimes they like the third one better than
Yes.
the first one. So yeah.
Yes.
And the tape days were really fun. Like the shoot days, we got to go on set, and that's how I met a lot of, the celebs and stuff. But it
Which
wasn't really.
celebrity guest
Go ahead.
surprised you the most? Which celebrity guest surprised you the most?
Um, Probably, I don't think he's surprised me the most as much as I loved him being on was Louis Anderson.
Really?
He was just not only so kind, like
Oh,
not arrogant at all. And some of the celebs that would come on, they're like in their powder room, or they want to eat separate than the people on the show and the writer.
okay.
And it's like, what are you doing? You're a comic too. Like, why are you being this way? But
Yeah.
Louis would sit with us, and he'd talk
Oh,
and tell stories and joke, and then if he did your joke, he would compliment you on it.
oh, that's
He'd
so
be like, that
sweet.
one joke you did about this is so great. I loved it. It was so funny. And like that was really, really, reassuring for me, because he was one of the first comics I saw that I was like, he's so amazing. He's so funny. And so that stuck with me. People that were really kind and
Yeah.
funny. Because you
Yeah.
don't have to be an asshole to, you know, that
It's so
arrogance.
hard to be an asshole anyway. It's exhausting.
Some people feel like being nice is exhausting. Yeah,
No, it's the opposite.
I
I
know.
guess they're not naturally nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what is the funniest? Now we want some tea. Okay. What's the funniest behind the scenes moment that you can share?
Hmm. Um, I don't know if it was funny or just I can share it. I was on that mom's show, right?
Yeah.
And there was one particular mom that hated me. Just, I think she was probably just jealous that I was getting
Mm.
more attention and writing better jokes.
Oy.
And so we're always mic'd, right? On
Yes.
these reality shows, you're always mic'd.
Yes.
And I had heard that she was saying really mean things about me on camera. And I wasn't going to do the same thing, because I'm like, I don't need to be an asshole back to you. This doesn't get me anything with comedy. And I'm here because I want to move forward with comedy. So one day when we had like this dinner party that they were filming, and then it got late, and then the crew left. So we give them our mics and we can go to bed. So when my mic was off, I got right in her face and was like, if you ever like like, and it was such a great, I know it's a shitty thing to maybe bring up, but that was one of the behind the scenes.
That was like,
People don't understand what you go through on these reality shows, whether it be Last Comic Standing or like the stupid competition shows that they constantly put on for comics. How comics turn on each other, behind the scenes. So when I
wow.
realized how mean she was being, I confronted her, but I did it off camera. So that was one of the
Nice.
things I was like, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. Grace, does Lisa know Smooth is online?
Smooth. What's that?
Smooth. Oh, David. Dave.
I can't
Dave.
see any of the comments, by the way.
Oh my God, you can't see. Okay, she can't see.
No,
So you
I
can't see
can't
the
see any
picture.
comments. So if Grace reads them, that's the only way. Because
That's
I'm
hilarious.
on my iPad, and there's no way to expand the thing, so it's kind of small. So I have no clue what the comments are unless Grace reads them.
That's too funny. Well, I'm going to ask you the $1,000,000 question. You've had lots of challenges, and now you have the challenge that of your aging parents, and we all have challenges, right? And
Of course.
I always ask my guests, what is your state of grace, meaning your ideal state of being, and do you feel you have reached it at some point? Have you reached it now? Or do you feel like, will you ever reach that state of grace?
I think I'm always trying. You know what I mean? I feel like some days I'm better at it in terms of like just focusing on other people more than myself. And yeah, so I don't know that you ever reach just a
Like that
level of like
Zen?
total peace and total like I got everything. At least I would like to, but I think I worry too much. So
Yeah, you do worry a lot. You're
I
very
do.
responsible.
Yeah, I've always had like stuff uh
Yeah.
taking care of people. And I don't even know what I would do when I'm not doing that. So maybe I will be in the state of grace at that point.
At that point.
When I don't have to take care of anybody else anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So
But what is it? Like you would just have this peace and
yeah,
joy. But I feel like we can find that not just like for a long period of time, but sometimes do you feel like you find it at certain times when you just don't worry and you're just at peace and joyful and happy with your life? Do you have those moments?
yeah. I mean, like, especially when I have one of these,
What is
have
that?
a vape. Yeah, it really does take the edge off and helps me sleep. It's terrible. It's not for daytime and it's not for stage, but
Girl,
I think I
listen.
worry so much sometimes
Yeah.
that I stress myself out to the point of like not being able to sleep and things like that
Oh no.
because I think honestly some of it's just self-imposed. So
Yeah.
in terms of like feeling like someone else can't care for my mom the way that I do, which is
Yeah.
maybe kind of true, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the way that I would do it. And I could be
Well,
okay with that.
that's the way you see it. We create our own reality.
Right.
So you
Right.
can change the way you see things,
Yeah.
and that will help, you know.
No, for sure. I
Yeah.
self-talk all the time.
Yes.
I mean, every day is a
Yeah.
constant in my head going, did you really need to react that way? Or is that really that big of a deal? Or your mom's gonna be fine, just calming myself down and trying to focus on the good stuff and the positive stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is after my cancer. I'm like, I don't, whenever I start stressing like I used to or worrying, I'm like, listen, I could die right now.
Yes.
Why am I going to waste time worrying about
Yeah.
it? Even
Yeah.
when I get results for something, a biopsy or something, I'm like, I'm not going to ruin my weekend waiting for the result. I'm going to enjoy my life and we'll
Yeah.
see on Monday what the biopsy says. And
Yeah.
that's it. But only with cancer, I learned to do that. Before, I was like, I was always
It's
like, it's
probably,
almost like your brain burns.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I have had some near death things that have helped put things into perspective and what's important to me and all that. But I feel like if it's a long time in between that trauma,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of go back into your old ways of like trying
Mm-mm.
to control the circumstance that you can't even control. You know what I mean? So
I don't even care to control anything
yeah,
because I can't control anything. I can
yeah,
only
you can.
control the way I see my reality. And
Yeah,
even if everything is going to shit, I'm like, okay, that's okay. It could be worse. I'm
yeah,
okay. I'm
yeah,
alive. That's my main thing now. I
yeah,
survived cancer. So I'm like,
of
I'm
course.
alive. I
Yeah,
wanted to survive, not to worry, not to live my life like, but just to be here, happy and at
yeah,
peace. So, yeah. So I think we have to talk to ourselves a little bit and
yeah.
kind of like rewire our brain and our behavior and our emotions too.
Yes, yeah, definitely, especially now when like I don't even watch the news at all. You know, like scroll past a lot of the political um things unless it's like the Daily Show or South Park or something funny where I'm going to laugh
Yeah.
while I'm hearing what's going on. Like I need to laugh through the pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try to take that kind of stuff out that stresses me even more
Yeah.
out of my life. So that helps too.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I used to be like that, but now with the situation that we're living through, the country with this
Right.
administration, let's call it, and being a survivor of a fascist military dictatorship, I have to, for my own sanity, it's the opposite. For
Yeah.
my own sanity, I have to recognize the patterns to be able to make a decision on what my life is going to be. Am I going to stay here? Am I going to leave? What am I going to do? Right.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the opposite. It's funny. See, we create our own reality. For you, you need to watch the funny ones. I need to
Yeah.
watch like what the hell's going on for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if not, if I don't know what's going on, it concerns me because that's how I lived. I was a kid during the military dictatorship, right? And so I didn't know. Yeah, because of Argentina. That's right, Sarah. Yeah, absolutely. We had a military dictatorship. I'm going to age myself. 1976 to 1983. And I was a kid and I grew up in all of that. And we had the same
Wow.
thing, concentration camps, disappeared ones, people being kidnapped by masked men in cars without a license, the same thing. And Lisa, I was very lucky because I was considered, probably with my thinking, a communist. I'm not a communist, but if you believed in human rights, that you would be considered a communist in Argentina, and you would be kidnapped and taken to a concentration camp and never heard of again. They actually abused the women and created babies. I'm trying to be classy on YouTube. And they would give the babies to the families of the military who couldn't have babies.
Oh my
It was
God.
the most cruel thing you can ever imagine. And I dodged it by a miracle. Because by the end, I was a teenager and I would be very outspoken.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's really, for me, it's like I have to watch the news, what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. And see that for you, um, you can't control what's going on.
No.
Though. You can only control it for you if you're going to
Yes.
leave or stay or win or why.
Yeah.
But for me, I kind of feel like I can't control what's going on right now. So
Yeah. No, nobody can. Yeah.
when I watch people suffering, especially the innocent ones, it breaks my heart.
Oh,
So
I'm bawling all the time. Yeah. I'm
I
crying all the
can't
time.
I
Yeah.
can't watch
Yeah.
it. It makes me so sad. And
Yeah.
then it makes me want to write comedy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't,
that's so
don't.
hard because
Yeah.
you're going to
Don't.
get these audiences that just hate you because you have an opinion that's different than theirs.
I know. Well, it's almost, I think it feels like we're living in two different realities, the people that support what's happening and the people that don't support it.
Right.
Like, as a quantum physics nerd, I can say it's almost like two timelines have collapsed and they're just going like this together. Like, when you hear the other side, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, do you see the videos? And I'm sure they feel the same way about, our side, whatever side you're on. It is, yeah, but you can do it when the regime is out, the jokes. You can do that. Right now, I would say,
Well, I
because,
can't because some of the corporate gigs that I do, you're not
yeah,
even allowed. So why would
yeah,
I write comedy that I could only do
yeah,
on 2 stages?
no, and also it's temporary. I feel like anything political is temporary.
Right.
You can
Right.
get the
It does
truth
change
out
fast.
with
Yeah.
humor a lot better too sometimes. Absolutely, Sarah. Yeah, you can. 100%. All right. Well, we've been going on. I can talk
Yeah.
to you forever. So thank you so much, Lisa, for being
Of
here. And
course.
I love you and appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you. And
Oh, likewise.
thank
So,
you.
so I've always considered you such a kind and confident and just a great woman
Thank
and
you.
comic too.
Same. I feel the same way about you. So, and so stay after so we can chat a little bit. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. And before we go, I want to show you a video about my Patreon So if you want to subscribe, there's a coupon code on my socials that you can get 50% off for the first month. So, all right, guys, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.